If performance is your thing, Kansas City is known for some of the best in baseball history, preserved in the best museum that I personally have ever been to.
Bob Kendrick, the president of the Negro League Baseball Museum, is with us. We're so excited to be here. This is an amazing place to learn about baseball and baseball history. But my first question for you is really easy, actually, is why is it in Kansas City, Missouri?
Because Kansas City is the birthplace of the Negro Leagues. On February 13, 1920, Andrew Root Foster would lead a contingent of 8 independent black baseball team owners, and out of that meeting, the birth of the Negro National League, the first successful organized black baseball league.
So tell me about the circular nature of the museum.
Well, it was all set around this baseball diamond known as the Field of Legends. The statues are all life-size. They represent the first group of Negro Leaguers to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
We're sitting right here next to Josh Gibson, otherwise known as the Black Babe Ruth. But there are so many amazing nicknames. You have Cool Pop out there in left field, Satchel Paige on the bump. I mean, why is it that the nicknames persevere?
It matched the colorful way in which they played the game. You know, I believe that if you didn't have a good nickname, you probably couldn't play.
You probably weren't that good.
The guy right behind us, the legendary Cuban ball player, the great Martin Dihigo, his nickname, El Maestro, the master, because he could do it all, played all 9 positions, played all 9 of them well.
And now the nicknames today are Big Dumper.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Not quite the same.
Bob says the museum is set up to force visitors to circle its center, viewing the Field of Legends through chicken wire, a literal segregation to emphasize the barriers of entry to Major League Baseball for so many Negro League players who should have played on baseball's biggest stage.
What is the one thing you want people to learn when they come in here?
That is hard for even our guests today to understand that there were 2 professional baseball leagues operating simultaneously to one another. One, the major leagues that we know virtually everything about. The other, the Negro Leagues. They were both professional leagues. But there's seemingly this belief that if it didn't happen in the major leagues, then it must didn't happen. And we're here to tell you that it did happen. And it happened in grandiose fashion.
Stories become legends. The longer they are told, how much of a role does that play in keeping the history of the Negro Leagues alive?
It's an American story that is bolstered by the American spirit. So even though America tried to prevent them from sharing in the joys of its national pastime, it was the American spirit that allowed them to persevere and prevail. But their story is too powerful. It is too meaningful. It is too compelling. It is too awe-inspiring to allow it to die when that last Negro Leaguer leaves the face of this earth. It's one of the greatest stories of hope and determination that you will ever encounter, and it had been kept away from us for so long. And now this museum brings those stories to life, the life lessons that stem from this story of triumph over adversity.
You just took me to church, Bob. You just took me to baseball church. I'm ready to go.
Thanks for watching. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel and our Instagram page. You can find us at SportsTown Show on all socials. And make sure you keep up to date with us because we are continuing this search throughout 2026 and beyond.